What is up, guitar legends? Sam Wild here. We're looking at I Can Go the Distance today from the film Hercules. There's a lot of speech in this song, so if you don't want to play those parts, you don't have to. You can just play where they're singing. Alright, but I'm going to show you the entire piece of music here. So for the intro, you can see we have this D, E, A, and then a long A chord there. Alright, but we have D/A and we have E/A as well. So you don't have to do this, but all that means is A is in the bass. Okay, it's the lowest note, needs to be A. So we can just play the A string like that over the chords. So I tend to pick the A string and then I pluck at the same time, so I kind of bring them together like so for the three chords. Okay, now to make sure you come in on time, you can hear it goes do do da da da. So you have to react very quickly and make sure you're ready, and you listen for the do do da da da. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. Now these chords are just D with A in the bass. We also have this sort of E shape with A in the bass. I mean, really it's sort of like an A sus chord, but it is actually an E major triad with A in the bass. Okay, so just work on that. Dun, dun, dun. And we're going to do that twice, and again you have to listen out for that do da da da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then we have do do. 2, 3, 4, 1. So this time we have D major 7 with A in the bass. Really nice. And then we go to our A sus or E with A in the bass. Okay, so we have a whole bar for those two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have this nice intro. Now I've written this next part out in tab form just because some of you might not want to play. You can just play A. Dun, 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 dun. The A chord is fine. For those of you that want to try this, we are going to have this shape here. So the first finger's flattened on fret 5 B and E string. Third finger's on 7th fret of the D string, and the pick is still going to be on this A string. So we start with pick and third finger, and then the pick's also going to cover the D string. Okay, so just work on that really slowly, follow along with the tab. I've got my third finger on the E string, but my second finger does the B string. Alright. We do it twice, then D. Alright, and finally we come into the vocals. So for those of you that aren't bothered about the intro, you can come in here. I am down of a far off place where a hero's welcome will be waiting for me. Okay, so the chords are changing very quickly. Strumming is nice and simple. So this time A is not in the bass. It doesn't really matter anymore. We're gonna have D, E, A. We do it twice. Okay, and then in this third bar we have D, E, F sharp minor. Now you can do that as a bar chord or with the thumb in the bass. You don't even have to have the bass note. You could just do the middle 4 strings if that's easier for you. Okay, then we go to the A chord. You don't have to do this A chord here. If I don't do it, for example, it still works, right? But there is that movement in there, okay? And that's because F sharp minor and A are pretty much the same chord. It's like probably 1 note difference. Okay, so again, third bar. Then D major 7, just as we had before. Then E sus to E. So for E sus, you just add the pinky and then you take it off to get back to E again. Okay? So the first line is not too bad. You just have to practice slowly changing chords if you're not used to that. And then we have the second line, starts off the same. But this time, we have this F sharp minor 7. Well, it's more of an F sharp minor 11 to be fair. Okay, so you can do this shape much easier than this F sharp minor shape as well. But just for this particular part, you can hear we have this in the melody, in the strings. The violins do that. So it's cool that we can copy that. Then for this third bar, we have D, F diminished, F sharp minor. So it's quite a tricky bar. You can simplify it and just do the middle 3 strings, or you can try and add the bass note. Right. So this F sharp diminished is basically like a D flat major with F in the bass there. Right. You get this D F diminished chord. Right, then we have to slide up to F sharp minor. Again, you can just do the bottom 4 if you want. Fourth bar we have D major 7, and then weirdly here we have E sus E. Okay, so this time instead of the line above was E sus E. For the second line we're going to do E sus E. 2 beats on each one, right? For those of you that want to take your playing to the next level, make sure you sign up to my premium membership website. You'll gain access to all my backing tracks, all of my lessons, and I'll teach you how to improvise, solo, and play advanced chords. Enjoy the rest of your lesson, guys. So this whole verse after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of a far off place where our heroes welcome, waiting for me in the crowd. When they see my face, I'm saying this is where I'm meant to be. Now for the chorus, we're gonna have A again, then D, then A, then E. Got 2 beats on each one. Now there is a C sharp in the bass, so if you want to, you can play this shape A with C sharp in the bass. Okay, but you don't have to do that. You can just play your normal A major shape and it will fit. Okay, so we have that, then D, then A, E, and then we do it again, pretty much. You can add a passing D chord there. Same thing again. But now we have F sharp minor and an extended B minor 7. So this is the tricky thing about this song. There's a couple of 2/4 bars where you just have 2 beats, and then it goes back to 4/4 where we have 4 beats. So B minor 7 just looks like this. You can do B minor if you want to. If you really struggle with this shape, you can play this one here. It doesn't quite sound as good in my opinion, but you can play that if you want to. Same with F sharp minor. You can do the F sharp minor 11 shape if you want to, but it doesn't fit quite as strongly in this particular part, okay? So let's try the second line together after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I will go. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. So again, here we're gonna have 2 beats, then 4 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this is quite nice. It's sort of a A major 7, and then this is basically a D with A in the bass, but we're trying to get that. So it's better if we use these shapes to make this work. Okay, some of you, if you really struggle with this shape, you can just play D major, that's fine. Okay, now this is where all of the dialogue comes in, right? So Hercules is talking to his parents, right? So now we have a couple of nice instrumental parts that you don't have to play, but they do sound really nice. So the first thing we have is basically the same as the intro. We have this with A in the bass, D, E, A, but you'll notice that this A chord doesn't last as long. So this time it's only one bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to kind of continue with little parts from the verse. We have this. You recognize that from the first verse? And again we continue. So again we've got this F sharp minor 11, but this time it's lasting a whole bar, alright? Then we continue with these verse chords. So we've got D, F diminished, F sharp minor again, right? D major 7, E sus, then E, D, E, 2, 3, 4. So this little section here is just like a verse, but there's just a couple of minor changes to it. So again, this whole line, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, E, A, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to bring us into the key change, okay? That's just like before, but we actually have a slightly shorter the first time around. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just watch out for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the key change comes in, okay? Now for the key change, we're going to go into the key of C, okay? Bear in mind we were just in the key of A, so we've gone up 3 semitones, right? It just suddenly happens. Again, there's still dialogue going on here. Hercules isn't singing at this point. So now we're going to have F, G, C, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, it's 2 beats and 4 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So next line we're going to have F, E minor, then A minor, and then we can turn this into F major 7 by adding the thumb to the bass, and then G. And then we have this, which is going to take us into this final chorus. So this final build up, A minor, G with B in the bass is just one finger there. Then our F and G, same as before. So this whole line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we have the key change chorus, which is awesome. So we've got C with E in the bass, F twice, and then it's C again, so you can just play C. However, there's a G in the bass, and then a normal G. So to play C with G in the bass, you have to do it like this. Essentially, third finger is covering the bass note, and pinky is covering where you were before. Okay, then to make it easier to go to G, just keep your fingers where they are and play this shape. Okay, so we have do that same thing twice. If I can be strong. Then to finish the second line we have D minor 7 looks like this. So you have to use the first finger for 2 notes there. 1, 2, 3. I will be So let's just do that final line again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, F, A minor, D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 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 Then to finish, so for this riff, again I put it in tab form. You don't have to do this, but it sounds very cool. So we have this. So just start with the first bar. Okay, we have first finger on here, A string 3rd fret. We're going to use the pick, and then we can use our 2nd and 3rd finger to pluck the higher notes. So start with that, stretch the pinky to B string 6th fret, and then 3rd finger's 5th fret on the E string. And I like to play the bass note again on that note. Then it's 3rd fret on the E string, so you can just pull your first finger down to cover that note if you want to. Some of you might want to actually add a finger if you're struggling there, but I just use the first finger because it's there anyway. Then 3rd finger goes on to G string, fret 5. Add the pinky, again 5th fret. Then watch out here because first finger comes up and the bass note goes to G, and then my 2nd finger's here covering that B string 3rd fret. So all together. Okay, now you can do the same thing again or add another layer. So I do it this way. I've got the 3rd finger as well, this time on the 5th fret of the G string. And I bring that down. So that comes down to our original note, but we keep the pinky there this time. And then this is quite hard because you've still got the 1st finger barring fret 3, but now 3rd finger's on E5 as well. Okay, so this time, dun, dun, dun. Then we have here fret 5 on D and G string with the 3rd and 4th finger, and then we move them down 1 string. It's another on G and B string. Dun, dun. And then I just move over to a simple G shape. So all together. And then we slow down a little bit. That's what it says RAL. Rallentando just means you slow down tempo, the speed. So we have this, you pick from the A string, so it's just an F major chord, but we're only going from the A string because it's /A, which means A is the lowest note, A is in the bass. And we have G with B in the bass. And then before you even move to C major, you can swap that pinky for like a G sus shape, because the 1st finger can go here, B string 1st fret. Then you play a C major chord. So F with A in the bass, G with B in the bass, add the note C, play the C chord. So from G, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright guys, that's everything. So it's quite a tricky song. The rhythm, the right hand isn't doing much at all, but the left hand is going crazy playing all these different chords, right? So really take your time with this. Pause the video whenever you need to practice the chord changes and just move really gradually from chord to chord when you're practicing them. Okay, the play along is coming up, so you can try and do the whole song with me. You'll have the rhythm guide there, chord diagram guide, and the tab guide as well to help you follow along. Alright, so if you found this lesson helpful, please give me a like and make sure you subscribe to hit the notification bell icon. Alright, thanks so much for watching guys. Good luck with the play along. I'll see you in the next video.